All right. Good morning. Coffee hitting an all-time high. Oh, the full history. Well, as far as recorded last 10 years, roughly, I don't think it's ever been higher. And what is that based on? $406 per, I'm guessing those bags they use? Those big canvas bags? Let's see. What is the price of coffee in futures trading based on? Price of coffee is based on supply and demand. Well, I know that. Jesus Christ. By a specific amount of coffee. Yeah. How much? Coffee prices are near record highs. The high of 339. What? That's a different price. So actually, maybe I'm looking at the wrong coffee chart. Let's just try KC. The same thing, $406. Coffee futures. KT. Kind of the same thing. 397, and it was saying here that 339, 397, 3. Ah, yes. These are new highs for coffee. The highest price coffee was ever at was in 1977. So we've hit not only a 50-year high, we've not only broke out of a 50-year high, but these are new all-time highs on coffee. KC, simple KC. So I'm just curious though. Oh, not that KC. The futures coffee KC. What is $406? Like how many bags of coffee or something? Let's see. Contract specifications. Coffee, greatly 90%. Okay, yeah. Contract size. That's for a contract. I don't think that could be correct. 37,500 pounds. No, for $400, that'd be great. Value of one futures unit. It depends on probably the leverage. Let's see if I can figure this out here. Not a good explanation there. What does the price of coffee futures contracts represent? Try that. Expected future price of coffee. Oh god, you can't ask AI anything. Let's see. Coffee future insight into the coffee market and its influence on the price. A basic unit of coffee futures is 37,500 pounds of coffee. Pricing is based on the current price, but see, I think there's leverage there. Let me see if I go over to my futures. What time we got here? We got 5 minutes till the market opens, so we'll stop fucking around with coffee in just a second here. All symbols. Okay, coffee. There's coffee, and let's see if it's the right chart. Yep, that's the right one. $406. Based on spot price on coffee. It doesn't tell me, but it is there at least. Oh, I was trying to figure out what is the leverage. Where can I find that again? Info. Leverage 50 to 1. Okay. 50 to 1. Okay, so one contract of coffee controls 50 times that amount. 407.40 times 50. Oh, I put minus times 50. So $20,370. And as we just read, that's for 37,000 pounds. You can buy 37,500 pounds of coffee for $20,370 right now. So a dollar gets you about, I could do the math. Okay, so I think a dollar gets you almost 2 pounds. A dollar gets you 1.8. A dollar gets you 1.8 pounds of coffee beans. Wow. I guess they are raw. They're not roasted or anything. Just raw coffee beans picked and in the bag. Maybe they're dried out in the sun and washed, but then they're put in the bag. And so for a dollar, you get 1.8 pounds of coffee. Then from there, like for example, if you buy 1 pound of coffee at the store, it's like $8. So there's about 8 times markup between the picking, and then you got to have a roasting machine and a business, and roast it, and the packaging and or grinding, and that brings it up to about $2, $3, or $4, I guess, or maybe $2 or $3, and then the retailers buy it, and then they double their price, and by the time it gets to us, it's $8 or whatever. Interesting. Anyway, coffee, big breakout there. 350 to 407. All right, back to things that are interesting and hot this morning. Oh, okay, actually nothing too terribly hot or up big. That's number of shares. What about market cap? 19% TPR, $2.8 billion company. Huh. There's really nothing up too big this morning. Peloton? Was that earnings, or why is it up so much? Oh, that was earnings. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be not too interested in Peloton. They just can't get out from under the treadmill accident. Let's see what else. Well, the market's going to open in just a minute and 10 seconds. Hey, good morning, Randy. And I just want to be able to watch to see. By the way, no live broadcast tomorrow morning as usual. Not on Fridays in 2025. I want to be able to watch what are the opportunities off the open. What's the breadth like off the open? The market's been having a nice last 3 days. Keeps doing it though. It's like, okay, we're going down, we're going up. It's like, Okay, we're going down, right? We're going up. We're going down. 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 We're going up. It's like it just keeps scratching at this whole area, until finally one time it's going to break out. 20 seconds until the market opens, but we do kind of have a inverse head and shoulders going on here, so we might actually get some thrust next week probably. Maybe we'll get a little bit of follow through today. Probably not. We'll probably get some absorption today because there is some resistance up here. I'm getting quite a few little fills right before they open there. See if I can go track down what those were. Getting a fill on. That's nice. Yeah, on is moving. You can go check Webull and see how Duolingo is performing today. All right. Not too much change there yet. Yeah, on Cerdo that I got in the other day, also doing well. These are set up either as 4-to-1s, 2-to-1s, or 6-to-1s, 2, 4, or 6, depending on if it's a tight, average, or wide stop. And so, those profits that you're hearing being taken off are a laddered exiting up a 100% exiting ladder. Palantir stopping out. I'm just going to stop out on Palantir. Yesterday it really tested me and kept testing me, and I'm done being tested by Palantir. So we'll get back into that later. I did get a little bit of profit to pad that, but I think overall I lost about 0.8 R. Boy, RCAT is really popping. Okay. RCATs, we're getting the follow through on RCAT. Actually, I've gotten 15 fills this morning. Let's see what they are. They're all take profits. So we started with fix in pre-market. All right, that's cool. And then VRT got hit 3 times in pre-market. Okay, very good. Doesn't look like, it's had much progress, but yeah, I peeled off some profits in pre-market. Team. Hey, yeah, it's profits in pre-market. And let's see. Robinhood, I've had 3 profits hit. So Hood. Okay, it's kind of pulling back from the open, but hey, I hit those targets in pre-market. Good, that's why you set them. DNA, I also hit a target pre-market. Cerdo. Bros, also pre-market. And then on, I've hit 3 times. Looks like, right at the open of the market, on, I hit a couple of times. And then RCAT, we were just talking about and saw, getting hit a couple of times. Then I closed out Palantir. Basically, I stopped out of Palantir. I'm going to write that down over here. I mean, it kind of bounced off where I stopped out, but I'm going to have to wait for a better signal because it's getting really testy. I don't know. Is it going to fly? It's acting like it's going to move up today. Maybe I should get back in. How many shares did I have? I canceled out 139 shares. Let's just get back in, I guess. It's a nice reaction there. All right, I'm back in Palantir. Got knocked out, and it was like I should have just waited a few seconds. I really didn't have faith in it. RCAT and then CNVS. Also, I've been getting a couple of profit targets hit there. Got another profit target on RCAT just while we were talking about Palantir. All right, so yeah, and other things that haven't hit targets are also appreciating. So the market's just doing well today, but I'm actually showing less than half of positive breadth. On growth stocks, but across the market, I'm seeing quite a strong breadth actually. 61% positive breadth. That means roughly like 80% of stocks are green at the moment. So now let's take a look at things that are doing good in my port, because there's nothing really doing bad. Let's look at anything that's progressing. Walmart, okay, good. Bros, we looked at that just a second ago. AHR. Oh, I don't have this sorted by gains. So there's something over here. Yeah, RCAT. Yeah, RCAT doing well today. Gigal. Yeah, that needs to perform better, but it's still above. It's still profiting for me. United Airlines. Okay, it's back up above our break even. Summit Therapeutics getting back to the break even. Smart Bros, AHR, Zevia. All right, let's see if there's any new opportunities today, but I don't know. Today seems a little sketchy. There goes Palantir. Now I took 18 dollar exits every. What was that? 18 share exits. Looks like 450 and then 73. I think I need to zoom up more to get the exact figure here, because I'll just reset up that ladder again if it's actually going to do okay. At the moment, I'm glad I got back in because it is doing well, but time will tell. Let's see, where is that? Just take profit. 104.55, and then the next one was 75. So every $1.20. So that would be 102.10 if I wanted to do the same type of setup. 103.10. Wow, it almost hit that actually just a few minutes ago. All right, let's put that in. 103. And just so I'm not, no, I'll put it in. 103.10. So then 104.20. Just going to put all these in. Oops, that's a day order. I'm going to go 20, 105.40. And I'm getting some profit targets on something else. I will check on that in just a sec. 106.60. $7.80. I think I got something else there. Oh, that was the Palantir take profit. Okay. 107.80. 108. 110 therefore. 108. No, 19. 109. 110.20. At that point, I'm going to put it underneath 110. That's a pretty significant number. I'm just going to slide that order right underneath 110. And last order needs to be for 19 shares, because that's how many I'll have left without rounding. Isn't it? Let me see. Hold on. 121 minus 108. So 13 shares. 13 shares. And put that underneath 111. So back in action on Palantir. I just never should have sold it. I probably... Let's see, 101. Okay, I actually can tell what amount of gain or recovery I gave up by getting out and getting back in like that. And that is, actually kind of a lot. 100.4312 was my exit. And then my re-entry was 101.384. So I missed $1.50.72. on 139 shares. Jeez, I mean, it would have helped. $210 just because I got knocked out. I am glad I'm back in, though. I've recovered. Wait a minute, price. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've recovered all of that already and up a little bit. But that just sucks. Because I could have been up another 200. So that was my first, I'd say, like, error in 2025 just then. Was being too rash right off the open. I just felt like I got banged around too much yesterday on it. It did break stop yesterday, and I didn't exit. So today I was like, yeah, I'll exit. Okay, what I should have done is just waited for it to break down yesterday's low. But that would have been at more of a loss, so it was hard. It was hard to muster. You can see how you can get yourself trapped into further losses sometimes. All right, now let's see across the market what's up. All right, market's pulling back a little bit. Growth market's holding. Actually, growth market's holding. Value market's not doing as well. Rates are holding. The dollar's remaining strong. Industrials are going up. That's a little conflictory. Gold is coming down. Okay. You see, these things don't instantaneously correlate sometimes too. That's one of the more confusing things about, well, why is that going up? The other thing's going down. For example, the dollar is somewhat of an instantaneous representation of the various economic strengths and conditions of the countries, and it creates this index, the dollar index, and it creates that number based on real specific economic things going on across the different countries in the index, and based on economic numbers, and sort of stays within the guide rails of those figures, and then is maybe encouraged or supported by market movement. Either way. But the market, for example, could be more cautious. The market could front run, whereas the dollar kind of doesn't. I mean, the dollar does in that, in some sense, it's more leading, but the market can full on front run. The dollar kind of can't. The dollar is the dollar. So, front running would come from the market, and it might push up the dollar's strength. And then that would get cementified when economic numbers come out and support those data points, trajectories. So this does become a bit of an entry. If anybody wants Palantir's not in it, this is it right now. Stop at 99. So entry at 103.50, stop at 99. Entry right now at 103.50, stop at 99. And that's basically, what do I call that? A tight stop? What is that? $4.50. I think it's like around average. So you would then set up a 4-to-1 ladder. For 100% of your shares. Because that's close to average size. Average size is 4-to-1. Tight stop is, average stop is 4-to-1. Tight stop is 6-to-1. Loose stop is 2-to-1 as far as your profiting goes. I'm going to try to find the mathematical equation for that this year. I mean, it won't take long, but I just don't know when I'm going to sit down and do that. But once I do, there's actually, just like the 1% rule, there's actually could be a mathematical formula based on, let's say, ADR or ATR. Probably best to use ATR on that one. which you put in the numbers, and then it will tell you, okay, you should go for a 5-to-1 here. You should go for a 9-to-1 here. This is extremely tight. You should go for a 12-to-1 here. You should go, whatever it is. Because think of it this way: if the stock moves a lot, and so it's a wide day, and so you have to do a wide stop, it's already moved a lot. So for it to move 2 times more that distance is a stretch of a probability. That's why you don't make that a 4-to-1 or a 6-to-1. If you have a wide stop, you go with a 2-to-1. Now, if it's a tight stop, 6 times that tight distance is more probable, is probably around the same probability. And so that's why you could set up a 6-to-1. But if you had a really tight stop, it could be probable to slam through 10, 15, 20, 20 stretches of that tight amount, So you want that. If you get into something on a tight stop that looks good for 1R, and you're like, this is so tight, I expect 20-to-1, and you get it, oh man, that's an incredible payday. And the probabilities are there to support it. I mean, you only need to be right on that 1 out of 20 times for it to break even. I mean, you need more. You need to get a nice positive expected value across years of the same probabilities. You do need to get better than break even across, you need it to work out more than once every 20 times. I do believe it would. 5% chance? Jeez. I mean, stocks go up, down, or sideways. I mean, that's 33% chance just between those three. If you had a 25% chance, you're going to get a good return on that. All right, let's see. I should take a look at Tesla. Is down just a little bit for me. Oh, is that breaking my stop, or do I have a new entry? What is this here? Okay, I better take a look at this. Tesla. Where did I get in? What is my cost average? 391.6, and it's at 367. So my entry was where? This is. I think I'm supposed to stop out here. Just double checking. 391. I have 13 shares. 68. 13 shares. Yeah, this is, I'm supposed to stop out on Tesla here. I will stop out if it breaks in lower low than this, but so far it looks bad. Looks like Tesla's going to bleed. Ooh, growth stock's doing good. The S&P 500 is being bought up right now. Gold is dropping. That's nice and disinflationary. We are seeing some similar movement from the industrials, but not as much. It looks like they're going to do well. They think they're going to do well moving forward. They may just hold their value. Bitcoin's coming off the bottom as well. This is a bit of a moment. If the S&P 500 can break pre-market high level of 606 or whatever that is, I can't quite read it, but that will be a nice clincher of movement, of direction. Let's see if we had any economic reports today that I didn't pay attention to. Okay, there we go. Today we had jobless claims. Okay. It was expected there'd be 215,000 jobless claims, but there was 219,000. Now, non-farm productivity quarter over quarter was higher. Interesting. And labor costs were in line. No, it was not higher. Productivity was lower. and jobless claims are higher. Well, that's not a good sign. So how did the market rally on that? I don't think that's a good sign. Let's see if anybody's talking about that on Twitter. See if anybody says anything about, has an opinion about these numbers. I'm looking. 10 minutes ago, okay. Sure was the topic du jour about an hour ago. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Flatten. Get some water in that throat. Ooh. I have to tell this guy something. Let's see. So what I said, okay, so this guy had a 450% gain, and this is sage advice I'm giving him, if I may say so. Hey, I've been doing this for 26 years. So, he said he never had a win like that. 455% gains. It was like a big, huge win. And here's what I said. It won't happen again for 2 years. Tighten way up. Usually you get looser after an extraordinary gain and give it all back the very next days. Tighten up. Take a vacation from risk after this so your gains go through a curing period. Don't jump back into the volcano searching for gold when you finally found a nugget. Take a break from risk and give the gains some days to cure. Well, that's it. Yeah, I was going to kind of just edit that a little bit. But anyway, that's, freaking advice right there, you guys. If you ever have a big gain, trust me. Do not risk the same after that for a little while. Like, put yourself into a curing period. Put yourself on medication, like stay away from risk. And what most people do is they risk more. Now that it worked out, they get this incredible confirmation bias, and they're like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And then they push heavier, and then they lose it all. They lose it all the next day or in a few days, or worse, or a significant portion of. You have to actually do the opposite. You have to let unusual gains go through a curing period. And yourself. Like as a money, just trust me, as a money manager, this is something you have to, handle within yourself. It's not a game, this is real money, and these things are not just automatic. Everything happens because of you and what you're doing. And you get compromised when you get an unusual gain. I'm sure there's a lot of good analogies out there. I was trying to think of some. There's certainly like girls or drugs or there's all kinds of good analogies out there. But I think the gold was, a good enough analogy. Anyway, I'm out of Tesla. All right, and that was that. Oh, I wanted to see, what were some other people's opinions on these economic numbers, and then we'll check out United Airlines. I'm already in it. Yeah, I'm doing good. What do you want to know? For a swing. I mean, I'm already in it. Yeah, I got in back here. It's the same entry. Yeah, except you could probably put your stop underneath the prior day's low. So that give you about $2.50 of risk. And I think that's about the average size. So you'd have to go 4-to-1. Let's see. Oh, Palantir is doing really good. I'll have to go back to that and take a look at that in a second here. $4 ATR, $2.50 risk to stop. Yeah, this is actually a great moment to get in because you might be able to do better than average 4-to-1. You might be able to do, I think you could set up a 6-to-1. But you better hurry. It's moving up. All right. Won't be able to do a 6-to-1. You only have to be able to do a 4-to-1 if the price gets away from you. And if it gets much farther away from you, you'll have to do a 2-to-1. So you won't get the return you hope for. Still scrubbing to see what people's opinions are of that report, and so far I don't even really see anybody with any opinion, but I'm 30 minutes back in my Twitter feed now. Well, somebody with some experience said many of the best trading markets and easy dollar environments occur when small caps break out. And I guess should we take a look at the Russell 2000? Is that what he's saying? No. Or maybe I don't know what that is. Maybe that's not the right one. Small cap. The small cap index is, I thought the Russell 2000, but maybe I haven't had enough coffee this morning. It's 3 letters. Ticker. The ticker for the small cap index, I think it is the Russell 2000. Let me just type 2000. Let's go over to index because I just can't think straight this morning. RTY. No, RUT. There we go. Okay. That's not the same chart that I'm showing, unless it's a weekly chart. Okay. Oh, IWM. That's the one I was thinking of. IWM. Let's go over to IWM. Okay, same. It's the same. IWM and RUT. Yeah, they're roughly the same. Okay, so small caps are looking like they want to, but they haven't really. Okay. Well, interesting insight. Continuing further. Okay, you wanted to know about. Oh yeah, you were United Airlines. Okay, did you get some, or what are you doing with United Airlines? Still could get a pretty good setup there on that one. Stop at 106.50. Is that what I said? Stop at yesterday's low is 106.50 with a current entry at 109. 109 minus 106.50 is $2.50. So you definitely could do 6 to 1. I'd even be able to do 8 to 1. Let me see. 6 to 1. 6 times 250 is 1250. So we are talking about hitting 120 on that. Which is up here. Yeah, 6 to 1 is reasonable. Huh. All right. Continuing on, trying to get an idea of this opinions on this report that came this morning. Not a good sign for the economy. Unemployment claims. Yeah, but other economic factors that would cause hiring don't agree with that. I wonder if that has anything to do with like the deportation of illegal immigrants or something. Nah, I wouldn't have affected it that much. I mean, I think they've what do you call it? Deported, whatever that word is, like 10,000 or 100,000 people so far, somewhere in between those two levels. It would not affect unemployment data that much, I don't think. Still looking for, okay, 37 minutes ago, still looking for any sentiment from my fellow trader friends. Something happening with NNE? I don't think I have that. Oh, wow. The breadth on growth is quickly dwindling. We're now around only. We're not looking as good right now. Okay, I should be getting close to some opinions on that. At almost an hour ago. What time is it now? Oh, 9. So yeah, it's almost an hour and a half ago. Those economic reports came out. Redfin new listings post biggest increase of the year while home buying demand declines. What I'm noticing is that you can get about 35% more house renting for the same price than buying. And I guess, okay, yeah, you could say, okay, well, that's, for you're risking more by owning. So it would cost more. And you're able to ride, the growth of the property's value over time. But that's quite a big difference. It's almost 35-40% more home, like number of bedrooms, acres, number, lot size, and square footage, number of cars, garage, that kind of thing. Like 34, like around 40% more home for the same price renting versus buying right now. So it just tells me that the home buying market is still overpriced, and it is coming down, and the reports show that it continues to come down, continues to slide. That might be good news for anybody who's looking to buy a home soon or not soon and can wait. Typo, yeah. Most important part is, yeah. A lot of talk about politics mixed into these feeds. I try not to. I try not on the live here. I might talk about politics sometimes, but I'm just saying I try not to post on Twitter about politics if I'm unless it affects directly, kind of affects economics. A lot of things do have tie into economics. Everything leads into economics. Okay, I bet we'll start to get some opinions now. Meanwhile, the market's improving as far as the growth market goes. Okay, good. 109.25. Little high, but not too bad. So you put your stop where I said, and that's $2.75 of risk on something that moves $5 per day ATR. So how do you know if you're getting a tight stop or an average stop or a wide stop? You look at the ATR. Write it down, not ADR. ATR. I mean, you can see it sometimes, but that one's a hard one to see because it's across 2 days. You're entering here, but you're putting your stop below this pullback day. So that's why I flipped over and looked at what's the ATR of this stock, and it turned out to be $5. That seems way too high for United Airlines. What the fuck? Hold on a minute. ATR. Oh, $4. Okay. Yeah, so that's probably why 6-1 was okay though, but not like any more than that. Politicians are so scared. Blah 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 blah. Boy, I am now. Yeah, no, I guess nobody really talked about it. Huh. Go back to the latest posts and let's get back on top of everything. Well, everything is kind of working out good. I think Palantir's doing stupendous. Yeah, look at that. Nice move on Palantir. I mean, I could have added $206 to that gain if I hadn't touched it. But I'm happy that I got back in. I recognized I needed to get back in right away. Checking my Webull positions. Okay, those are doing kind of not good at today. That'd be par and Duolingo. But Duolingo had a great day yesterday. I got a lot of profit targets hit. So it can take a break for a few days. And I'm okay with that. Let's see. United Airlines, yes. AS. MVS, one of my bigger positions. One of my 3E positions. A lot of the recent Manic entries are doing great. I mean, that is Palantir. Palantir is one of them. On. Fix. Oh, that's a nice little inner shelf break on Fix. I like that. Carvana. Credo. VRT, which I've hit a couple profit targets on this morning. Team. See, I did the same thing there on VRT. Let's go back to that. I got in yesterday. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I got in 2 days ago with a stop at low of the day. But it's similar to United Airlines, and today it's having a little day. Today it's having a little day, and you put your stop at the bottom of yesterday's low. You don't always do that. It's just I'm choosing to do that here. You would want to choose to do that here because that was a pullback. So it looks like this. You can't quite tell because it's sort of hidden. So you've got that going on. And so that's a useful pivot you can use to select your stop at. But if today was really strong and it was like maybe up here and green, solid, and it was still offering a 4 or a 6-to-1, maybe I'd consider putting the stop below this level. But it hadn't broken over this top. I mean, it's very specifically on United Airlines, on this exact specific the way it is. It was a good idea to go to the previous day to find your stop level. Well, there goes Palantir. Was that a breakout? Almost. Where's my next target? 106.59. Oh gosh, that's like 10 cents away. That's about to get hit. What? Then why does it say? Oh, I guess I'm just pulled out too far. I zoomed in too far. I think that's going to get hit. 111 gets me all fully out. So nice. All right, I'm up over 1,000 today. That's great. Post that to the group. Day going good so far. PL day off the open. Boom. Well, all right, it's past 10. I will be looking at various, that was Palantir. I will be looking at various opportunities throughout the day and let you know they're out there. So this is a different way of trading, which is very interesting. Swing scalping. So we're going to add that to our techniques this year. And essentially what we're doing is we're doing growth swing scalping. So we're identifying stocks that are in growth cycles, and then we're deciding between snowballing and scalping. Does that make sense? And that's going to be the difference of the choice on that. It's going to be between whether they move securely or anxiously, insecurely. And the growth cycle, identifying a stock in a growth cycle is just going to be a very important part of your tools. Like that's going to be kind of most important. Like identifying something. So this is in a growth cycle because, you know, it had a little base there and then it started to move up and out, little tiny base, keeps going, basing, keeps going, had some bad earnings reaction or some terrible thing happened. So now it's definitely anxious and not secure anymore. This was all pretty secure left side, but now it's anxious. It's just way too ridiculous, but it didn't break pivot. So it's still in a growth cycle. And here it is. This is actually an entry today. I think maybe I'll grab it. And it is nice and robust and full. And I think I can get a 6-to-1. All right. I'm going to take that right now. I think GEV, what's the ATR on that? ATR is $22. And I'm thinking of getting it at 377 with a stop at low of the day, which is 364. Yeah, it's a 50% stop of ATR. So that's going to be a 6-to-1 setup. All right, let's do it. GEV. Stop at 365. So about $12 if I want to round. 1180 first. So 30 shares for me. And where's the bid in the ass? 376. Okay, I think I'll be able to get the bid if I act right now. But it could shift around on me. Okay, good. It's pulling back just a hair as far as the bid in the ass goes, but I still need to stay in the middle, I think. Order go. There it is. Need to get up above 33, so let's go to 34 cents. Yeah, that didn't take. Oh, it did take. Good. I like that price. All right, so that's my entry, and then so is I want to get all out up a 6-to-1. So 30 shares divided by 6-to-1. Well, I'm supposed to divide by 10. I need 10 exits. So 3 shares, 10 exits from here. Up a 6-to-1 though. The 6-to-1 is where that's where you're going to figure out where the target ends. So it's like 375 already. I got in at 376 with a stop at 365, so that's about $11. And a 6-to-1 is $66 from there. So 376 plus 66 is 442. Yeah, that's almost all the way up to here. And we're going to attempt a 6-to-1 up to 442. That's $66 again. Divided by 10 exits, 11 exits. So every $6, sell 3 shares. Okay, kind of, got to be able to do this math sometimes. Every $6, sell 3 shares. So from 376, so 382. There we go. 388. 394. You might notice I always put it like a nickel beneath the level. If I'm able to, I get to that. 394, 400, 406, 12, 418, 24, 430, 436. I said we needed this all the way up to 442, and I guess I did my math wrong or something. Because $11.3. Oh yeah, should have been like 2. Yeah, it works with 3. Anyway, 430, 436 will be my top exit, and that's fine. No big deal. It's 1/10 off. It's going to be the same in the long run. All right, I'm up 1.3 grand. It's a good day today. Stocks we've picked are doing well. Stocks that everything else is not doing great. So we're in good shape though. I think I heard some fills. Let me just double check on what those were. Palantir, and then I got a Tesla. So that's it. Yeah. All right. Let's go EV. Jev. Did you get that? Anybody get that? Morning call-outs. They're not official alerts. They're special. Let's mark it up. Be nice if I could put in an auto stop, like a flattened stop order. That'd be nice if they let you do that. That would cancel the other orders and then execute. but they only allow you to do that on a OCO bracket order, which is kind of lame. All right. Have a good morning, everybody. See you back in the group. It's been good hanging out with you, and this morning is off and running. The market is off and running this morning. All right. See you back in the group.